The world of sports is often defined by fierce rivalries, unexpected moments, and stories that resonate long after the final whistle or bell. What happens when two of the greatest fighters in history find themselves on opposite sides of a personal and public battleground? This is the story of Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, two men whose rivalry transcended the boxing ring, capturing the attention of the globe. Yet behind the punches lay tales of compassion, struggle, and resilience. In the late 1960s, amidst a tumultuous backdrop of cultural upheaval in America, Ali stood firm against the Vietnam War draft, a decision that would change the course of his career forever. But it would also reveal the character of his fiercest competitor. Joe Frazier, a rising star in boxing, soon found himself at a crossroads. The public clamored for a showdown, yet he recognized something much deeper within Ali, a man struggling to fight his own battle. As Frazier rose through the ranks, the dynamics between them began to shift. While the world saw two rivals destined to clash, Frazier harbored compassion for Ali's plight. This narrative unfolds not just as a sports story, but also as a testament to human strength and vulnerability, illuminating how in the face of relentless rivalry, unexpected compassion can emerge, showing us all that sometimes our greatest opponents can also become our strongest allies. Ali's rocky years after refusing the draft. In the late 1960s, Muhammad Ali, a global icon, found himself in a precarious position. He had famously refused to be drafted into the Vietnam War, declaring, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong." This bold, defiant stance cost him dearly, as he was stripped of his heavyweight title, banned from boxing, and faced a significant backlash from the public and authorities. Ali's words resonated with many, yet they also led him to a steep price. He struggled financially, unable to fight and bring home any income. With every passing day, Ali's situation became more challenging. His bank account dwindled from being the highest-paid athlete to experiencing money troubles. It was a stark contrast to the life he had once known. His growing status as a prominent civil rights figure could not pay the bills. He was in the middle of a huge fight against the courts, fighting for the right to reclaim his boxing license. Imagine the greatest boxer silenced at the height of his career. How surreal it was to see Ali, once at the pinnacle of success, struggling to provide for his family and facing an uncertain future. For 3 long years, Ali couldn't step into the ring. His dreams shattered and income vanished. This period in Ali's life shows us the intersection of sports, politics, and personal conviction. As he navigated these turbulent waters, his story became not just about boxing, but also about standing firm in one's beliefs, even against overwhelming odds. Joe Frazier rising as a champion. Joe Frazier, a name that resonates fiercely in the boxing world, emerged during a time when competition was fierce and passion ran high. Born in South Carolina, Frazier's journey began in the gritty boxing gyms of Philadelphia, where he honed his skills and developed an unyielding determination. He quickly gained recognition for his relentless style, characterized by powerful hooks and an iron chin. As he climbed the ranks, Frazier faced numerous challenges, both inside and outside the ring. Yet each obstacle only fueled his fire. The boxing community began buzzing about Frazier, who was not just a contender, but a true force to be reckoned with. It was during this period, amid the political and social upheaval of the 1960s, that Frazier's tenacity shone brightest. He became a symbol of perseverance, representing the struggles faced by many. His fame skyrocketed when he captured the heavyweight title, a pinnacle of success that solidified his status as a champion. Widely known as Smokin' Joe, he built a reputation for delivering thrilling performances that left fans on the edge of their seats. Every match was a spectacle, drawing crowds eager to witness his unyielding spirit and dynamic fist. Perhaps what's most inspiring is how Frazier remained grounded amidst his rising stardom. He embraced his roots, often giving back to his community and inspiring young fighters to follow in his footsteps. Frazier's rise was marked by triumphs, rivalries, and an unwavering commitment to boxing that would define his legacy for years to come. Frazier's unexpected support for Ali. In the midst of a fierce rivalry, Joe Frazier stepped up in an unexpected way to support Muhammad Ali during his most challenging times. When Ali was stripped of his heavyweight title, banned from boxing, and facing financial struggles, he found himself in a dark place, unable to provide for his family. While many fighters would have reveled in Ali's misfortune, Frazier saw beyond their competition. He recognized the humanity in Ali, a man struggling under immense pressure and criticism, and decided to offer help. Frazier discreetly handed over cash to Ali, ensuring that he and his family could survive during those tough years. What's remarkable is not just the financial support, but Frazier's vocal advocacy for Ali's reinstatement. He didn't shy away from using his platform to lobby for Ali, insisting that if Ali was able to fight, then he should be allowed to do so. Frazier's actions demonstrated a profound level of compassion, elevating their rivalry to a level of respect that was rarely seen in the boxing world. While the media often portrayed them as bitter enemies, behind the scenes, Frazier's solidarity spoke volumes about integrity and empathy. This act of kindness ultimately paints a more complex picture of their relationship, showing that beneath the fierce competition lay a bond rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Joe Frazier set an example by choosing to uplift a fellow boxer in need, showcasing that even in sports, compassion can transcend rivalry and animosity. His support for Ali reminds us that true champions are not just defined by their victories in the ring, but also by their willingness to help others in moments of hardship. Ali's harsh response and the building tensions. When Muhammad Ali was finally reinstated and allowed back into the boxing ring, tensions reached a boiling point. In a shocking display of disrespect, Ali, instead of thanking Joe Frazier for his support during those dark years, chose to insult him publicly. Ali referred to Frazier in derogatory terms, making a statement that would deeply offend not just Frazier, but many within the community. It was a moment that highlighted the complex dynamics between the two boxers, who had shared a history intertwined with rivalry and competition. The hurtful words stung, especially coming from another prominent figure in the boxing world. Ali's remarks, harsh and unfiltered, created a fissure that turned their rivalry into something personal. Frazier felt betrayed. The man who had helped him in his time of need was now belittling him. This act marked a significant turning point in their relationship, transforming mutual respect into bitter animosity. As each fighter prepared for their inevitable showdown, the air was thick with tension, the stakes higher than ever. The world watched closely, knowing that this confrontation would be more than just a battle for the title. It was a fight for pride. Ultimately, the harsh words exchanged between Ali and Frazier solidified their place in boxing history, turning their rivalry into a legendary saga where personal battles often mattered just as much as the championship belt. The story of their animosity reveals not only the complexities of human relationships in competitive fields, but also serves as a reminder of how quickly respect can turn into resentment, igniting fierce competition and unforgettable drama. Their first legendary fight, proving the champion, March 8, 1971, was a date that would forever be etched in boxing history. In Madison Square Garden, the atmosphere was electric as two legends prepared to face each other in the ring. Joe Frazier, with his relentless style and powerful punches, was on a mission to prove that he was the rightful champion. Meanwhile, Muhammad Ali, known for his speed and charisma, aimed to reclaim his title after being stripped of it years prior. As the opening bell rang, both fighters stepped forward, determination in their eyes. Frazier's left hook was lethal, while Ali relied on his footwork and quick jabs. Each round was intense, with Frazier's strategy to apply pressure, forcing Ali to fight on the ropes. Ali's resilience shone through as he dodged and weaved, but Frazier's relentless attack kept him on edge. The crowd roared with every blow, witnessing the back-and-forth exchange between two fiercely competitive souls. As the rounds progressed, it became evident that Frazier was the one landing more significant punches. His power and tenacity were proving difficult for Ali to counter. At the end of the fight, Frazier emerged victorious, winning by unanimous decision, solidifying his place in boxing history. This bout not only showcased their incredible talent, but it also marked a pivotal moment in their rivalry, defining Frazier as the true champion at that time. The fight symbolized more than just a boxing match. It represented courage, determination, and the unwavering spirit of both athletes, leaving an indelible mark on the sport itself. The thrilling rematch and ultimate battle. Fast forward to the year 1975. The boxing world was buzzing with anticipation for what would become one of the most famous rematches in history. Muhammad Ali, having regained his heavyweight title after an astonishing victory over George Foreman, was set to face Joe Frazier once again in the Philippines. This time, it wasn't just about the title. It was personal. The media frenzy surrounding the fight was intense, as both fighters were determined to prove their supremacy. Ali, now a cultural icon, had the weight of the world on his shoulders, while Frazier, still fighting for respect, was equally fired up. The bout, dubbed the Thrilla in Manila, had a palpable energy that electrified fans worldwide. As the fight commenced, both men came out strong, showcasing their skills and heart. Frazier, relentless in his pursuit, aimed to expose the flaws in Ali's game, while Ali danced and countered, his speed and agility on full display. Every round was grueling, with neither man willing to back down, and the punches thrown felt like lightning strikes. By the 14th round, both fighters were physically and mentally exhausted, pushing their bodies to the limit. In a spiraling clash of wills, Ali famously remarked that he wanted to quit, but his trainer urged him on, sensing the monumental stakes at play. Meanwhile, Frazier's corner observed his rapidly deteriorating condition, both men exhibiting resilience and an undying will to win. In the end, Ali emerged victorious, but the toll it took on both men was immense, solidifying their rivalry and mutual respect for years to come. Their epic battles would be talked about for generations, representing the true essence of sportsmanship and determination. A lasting bond beneath the rivalry. The rivalry between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier was marked by intense competition, but it also revealed a profound bond that formed beneath their public persona. From the early days, both fighters were aware of their roles in the boxing world as true champions battling for the title. However, outside the ring, their paths took unexpected turns. Frazier recognized Ali's struggle during his turbulent years, both financially and emotionally, after Ali refused the Vietnam War draft. Instead of relishing his own rise to success, Frazier chose compassion over animosity. He discreetly supported Ali during his time of need, offering financial help when it was most essential. This act of kindness exemplified the depth of Frazier's character, showing that champions are not only defined by their titles, but also by their humanity. As Ali regained his footing and eventually his championship status, the dynamic between the two shifted. Ali's harsh words towards Frazier upon his return were surprising, given the support he received. While this created a rift and intensified their rivalry, it also highlighted the complexity of their relationship. Despite the insults and fierce competition, Ali, later on, acknowledged this bond, expressing his deep respect for Frazier. In the end, both boxing legends realized their encounters were about more than titles. They were about the struggles they overcame and the respect they developed. Their story serves as a reminder that, even in the fiercest rivalries, an unbreakable bond can form, based on compassion, respect, and shared experiences in the ring and beyond. What this story teaches us about true championship. True championship goes beyond just winning titles and accolades. It encapsulates the spirit of humanity, compassion, and integrity. In the intense world of boxing, where rivalries ignite fierce competition, the story of Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier offers profound insights into what it truly means to be a champion. Their remarkable journey is not just about the punches thrown or the titles contested. It reveals the personal connections, the moments of vulnerability, and the impact of kindness during struggles. When Frazier chose to support Ali during his most challenging times, He transcended the role of a rival, becoming a lifeline for a fellow fighter. This act of generosity illustrated that champions recognize their shared humanity rather than solely focusing on the fight. It shows us that sometimes the greatest victories are not measured by belts or glory, but by the character displayed in moments of adversity. As both fighters faced off in the ring, their rivalry was fierce, yet amidst the battles, there was an underlying respect that spoke volumes of their character. It's a reminder that true champions acknowledge and uplift one another, even when faced with conflict. The legacy of Ali and Frazier teaches us that compassion and honor define greatness. Their story urges us to reflect on our own lives, challenging us to look beyond competition and embrace the qualities that embody true champions. It's not just about being the best, but also about being a beacon of strength, support, and, above all, humanity. The rivalry between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier was not merely about boxing. It was a profound story of respect, betrayal, and unexpected compassion that has shaped the narrative of sports history. Their saga reveals how competition can bring out the best and worst in people, with moments of fierce hostility intertwined with acts of kindness. Ali, known for his charisma and confidence, had moments of great humility too, particularly as he grappled with his identity and beliefs during a tumultuous time in American history. On the other hand, Frazier, ever the fierce competitor, found it in himself to show empathy, stepping outside the boxing ring to support a man he once considered his greatest adversary. This complexity makes their relationship compelling, as they traverse a landscape filled with media pressure and public expectations. Frazier's financial support for Ali during his exile illustrated that there is often more to a fighter than just their persona in the ring. Even amidst personal insults and intense competition, moments of solidarity emerged that defined their legacy. The heart of their story lies in the bond forged through adversity, showing us that even fierce rivals can find common ground in the shared human experience. Their journey teaches valuable lessons about compassion, resilience, and what it truly means to be a champion, reminding us all that, in the end, humanity transcends rivalry.